So recently I got a new Charvel, I got a SoCal, after loving my son Dimas hardtail so much, and I decided that I would do a video that kind of answers the question that I had to ask myself over and over again before I actually purchased my first Charvel, and that was, which guitar suits me the most, which do I like the best, and what are the differences between these two guitars? Because let's face it, the necks are exactly the same and the bodies are exactly the same as well. The differences are, there's a scratch plate, pick guard, whatever you want to call it, on the SoCal. There isn't one, obviously, on the San Dimas hardtail. There's a Floyd on the SoCal, there's a hardtail on the hardtail, and there is a JB set in the San Dimas, and there is a distortion set, TB6, in the SoCal. So, even the paint job's the same. Let's see what these guitars sound like tone wise. You know, what do they sound like, what's the difference? What I will say about these guitars is which is the nicest to play, which is the most comfortable. Well, personally I find this one, for me, is the nicest to play. There's a bit more room around the picking hand, with it being the hardtail. That bridge there is probably my favourite bridge feel wise. It's really comfortable and there's plenty of room around it. There's nothing in the way at all, so I really like that. The neck is obviously the same. This one has newer strings on at the moment, so this could be a bit deceiving when I plug these things in. This might go a bit out of tune, I'm really sorry about that. This is actually only the second time I've picked the guitar up to play it. Pickup wise, I say this one is more aggressive, it's got more low end, it's more attacking, it's a bit more chunky. This one's smoother and slightly more rounded. It's definitely a different tone. Whether you'll hear it or not through an amp that's on full blast, you know, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They've both got coil taps on them. I'll try and show you that if I remember while I'm doing it. Something else I should probably mention about these two guitars is that I like them both, and my new project, which is called End the Fall, I'll put it in the description, a link to the Facebook page, go give it a like. We're just in the studio at the moment recording stuff, and I am using these two guitars to record it. I love them that much. So let's check out the difference between the tone on these two awesome guitars. Let's go. Okay, so one thing which I hate doing when I'm doing it on a video with no drums and everything is playing dry. But all my videos are dry. There's no effects involved or anything like that. One thing what I didn't mention before I started playing was that when I plugged both guitars into my interface, one was peaking and one wasn't. So basically, for the SoCal, I had to turn down the gain on the interface because it was peaking. Previously it was lighting up green. On the Focusrite interfaces it lights up green with the San Dimas, but when I go and plug in my SoCal, I have to reduce the input level because it goes red. So that tells me that obviously the TB6 or distortions have a lot more output than the JBs. So anyway, that's that. For me, the SoCal has more mids, obviously down to the pickup, a bit more body sounding, a bit more fuller, but I really do like the San Dimas as well, and I don't know, I like them both. Thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below, because if it wasn't for the subscriptions I wouldn't keep doing videos, if I'm being honest now. Thanks very much, I'll see you all soon.